Hello everyone, thank you for coming to this brand new driver's view, and now that I have screamed hard enough, you're probably all deaf. So, hello. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about something awesome. We're gonna talk about the next gen car and all information about it that is currently available. And with currently I mean the 11th of March 2020. So if there's some big reveal on the 12th of March or the 13th, or well, I'm gonna upload it on the 13th, but if there's a big reveal on the 12th, it won't be in this video, and you are legally not allowed to comment angrily on this video. This video is also a bit different from my usual style, because all I'll be doing right now is showing you some pictures of the cars, all two of the three cars that have been tested, and yeah, well, I'll talk. It's a very almost podcast style episode, so without further ado, sit back, grab something to drink or eat, and enjoy. So all the information we currently have available on the next gen car. The first one that we know is that there's gonna be a spec chassis on the car. So the teams won't be making the chassis anymore. That will be done by one manufacturer, and it sounds like it's gonna be Technique Incorporated. They got the contract or something. They already have some experience with NASCAR, because they worked with some teams in the past. So that's good. That's good to have at least a company that already has experience in NASCAR. I'm starting to talk with a very fake British accent. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, they have experience in NASCAR, so it's good that they're doing that. And well, I mean, it's better than having Dallara, an IndyCar company, make NASCAR chassis, you know? Because the last time NASCAR tried something that IndyCar does, Brickyard 400, it didn't go all too well. So I've just probably made 100 people angry with that comment alone. So the other thing we know is that there are gonna be bigger wheels than now. I'm not sure how big they are nowadays, but they are 18 inches. The next gen car is gonna have 18-inch wheels, and that's bigger. I have no idea what that means. I am not a wheel expert. I mean, I know what 18 inches, so I know it's big, but I have no clue in what context or anything. So if you are an expert, please comment down below what it means, what kind of difference it makes, because I don't have a clue. To me, it doesn't. Anyways, the next thing we know is that these cars are gonna have rear diffusers, because the Gen 6 cars don't have those. These help with the dirty air problem that NASCAR's been having, but also yeah, that's actually the only thing. You get less in dirty air when you're trying to slipstream off someone. So there's gonna be more competitive and close racing, and that's pretty good. There's also gonna be some weird thing called the sequential shifter, and that's different from a normal gearbox, I assume. I again have no idea what that all means. I have no idea what a sequential shifter even is. So if you're an expert on that, comment down below, please. Also, I've heard, I'm not sure about this, but there's now a fifth gear in NASCAR. I'm pretty sure it was already there, but in case I'm wrong, there's a new fifth gear. That's a thing now. At least that's literally what Eric East have said, and my excellent observatory skills made me say that there was not a fifth gear before that. I'm sorry, I have lost the ability to talk. Anyways, there's also going to be a smaller rear spoiler, as NASCAR said it themselves. Smaller than what? Is it going to be smaller than the standard spoiler? Smaller than the giant ass spoiler, according to Dale Earnhardt Jr., because I have no clue what they mean. But a smaller spoiler can be good definitely for like road courses and definitely short tracks. I'm not sure about road courses actually, but definitely to improve short track racing. It's gonna be good that there are smaller engines. So I don't know, it sounds good to me. Smaller spoilers. I don't know, it sounds good to me, as I was gonna say. I am not on my focus today. So, smaller rear spoilers. No one knows smaller than what, but it won't be like 1 centimeter or something, or 1 inch. I don't know. I hope it won't be too small, but we'll have to see, you know? Smaller than what? We don't know. Let's just hope it's smaller than the giant ass spoilers, according to Dale Jr. Now the next thing I wanted to talk about is a bit interesting, and you can see the picture finally has something to do with what we're talking about. See, NASCAR has announced there will be no new engines in the next gen cars. It's all going to be the same V8 as usual. But if you look at that picture, like, I'm no expert, but that doesn't look like a standard normal V8 to me. I mean, look at it. It's pretty weird. But yeah, so that's what another NASCAR talk has come in, that they want to add electrical components to the car that will work a bit like the curse system in that Formula 1 had for a while. I'm pretty sure they don't have it now. But that system, what they did is store power in an electric engine or something. And well, when they wanted to, when there was enough power, you could, when the curse system was fully charged and there was enough power for the car, they could use this as extra power to pass someone or something. And I think that's what they mean with electrical components to store power, as NASCAR has said themselves. They'll store power for a while, like a curse system, and when they need the most to make an overtake or to gain seconds on the people in front of them, they can open that gate. And those electrical components will add extra power to the car, and the car will shoot forwards. That at least is my opinion, what I think of it. I can't make anything else of whatever that engine is. But hey, if you have any theories, comment down below. I'm asking for a lot of comments here. Attention seeker. I'm sorry. So the next news is there are gonna be single lug nut tires instead of 5. So instead of that was a very good impression. You'll hear or something like that. There will be one lug nut only. And no, this is not because NASCAR is trying to be like IMSA, but from what I've gathered, it's because Goodyear wants one standard tire for motorsports and they supply the tires for IMSA. So the next logical step was to make the same tire for NASCAR. Well, same basic standard tire, which means one lug nut. The pit stops are definitely gonna be faster now, and maybe the pit stops won't be a laughing stock anymore of the motorsport world, like all the other fans of the European sports are gonna be like, oh, look at that, look at all those silly NASCAR cars with their pit stops of 300 minutes. And yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna now be 200 minutes, so we're definitely improving. Yeah, but, well, I'm just joking, of course. But the pit stops are going to be faster, and that is, of course, a good thing, in my opinion, because the less time on pit road, the more time driving at 200 miles an hour, racing each other very closely, and that's what we all want to see, isn't it? And the final thing, and the most controversial thing, is this car will, in the short run, be more expensive than the Gen 6. To build a Gen 6 car... to get a Gen 6 car, I mean, teams have to pay $200,000, which is a lot, of course. It's more than a normal Toyota Camry in the shop costs. But the new car will cost $300,000. And that sounds like a lot more, right? It sounds like stupidly more. Why would you do that? Whole sport is ruined. Roush Family Racing is gonna leave. Richard Childress Racing is gonna leave. Every team that hasn't won 300 races is gonna leave. And then it will just be the Toyota show. No, it won't. Why not? Because the car is cheaper in the long run. For instance, the teams don't have to make the chassis, so they geez, I can't talk anymore. They don't have to pay for that. So there will unfortunately be layoffs, which of course is sad. And if you have a position in NASCAR and you get fired, I feel very sorry for you. Of course, that's coming from some stupid teenager sitting between the microphones. Just, I feel sorry for you. It sounds so. I'm sorry. But anyways. So yeah, that's very sad, of course, but that will mean less cost for the teams. Of course, there are gonna be other costs that are gonna be downgraded by this car, and overall, it's gonna be cheaper for the teams to maintain this car than a Gen 6 car. And isn't that what it's all about? Money? Yeah, that sounds very cynical of me. Anyways, I'm gonna thank you for watching to this episode of Gyro Steel. It was a mess, but it was a fun mess. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.